Tanzanian streets, I found children singing Baba. You know, I was surprised. And in 2015, I was in France. You cannot imagine children of 10 to 12, 10 to 15, no, 10 to 13 years, 8, 10, 13 years. They knew Raila Odinga and chanting his words. So I was like, who is this mzee? He had captured the mind of many inside our country and across the borders. Now, let's talk of during Kibaki's time, the government that he was part and parcel, the Kibaki Tosha. I was there. I was one of the Baba foot soldiers. We pushed and pushed to the core. He was in government as Prime Minister. During that time of his Prime Ministership is when we started calling for National Youth Council. I remember we had people like Issa, we had people like Maliba, who is currently doing well on the platform of political analysis and policy something. He has a party, I've forgotten the name. He once served as something like Jubilee, something during the Uhuru's time. We had people like Lydia Mathia, the one currently is working with Sakaja. We had people. The names have started moving around, but I remember we had like people like Akino Maturi, the Juliana, quite a number. So we really pushed for the National Youth Council from a zero ground. So during that government, now we wanted to talk to Professor Sambili, who was the minister, situated at office in around Kencom, third floor. So we kept on pushing and having a number of discussion talks, but we did not get any fruit. Now we strategize. Now we need to meet the president, but meeting the president is not a walk in the park. Who is close to us is Raila, because all of us knew Raila. He's a guy, if you meet, he's a father, he's a brother, you could meet all the fields. Now, how are we going to meet him? One day there was a meeting at, I can't exactly recall the dates, but there was a meeting at KICC of diplomats, an international meeting. So we mobilized ourselves, moved very fast along, they came from KICC to Parliament Road, and then we locked in the Prime Minister's office around the avenue. We slept, locked the road. When he looked, the young boys around, he could identify this is so and so, this is so and so, this is so, because we've rubbed shoulder with him a number of times in different political movements. So we had to select 6 amongst ourselves. So the discussion went, I could not be like to be part of that 6, but the discussion was very beautiful. He said, that is what you guys want, National Youth Council. And this is the idea behind it. So you want to create a platform whereby you guys can nurture young leaders through the council, bring them to, you nurture them on a democratic space, etc. Yes, he said, this is a good idea. So if you want to have your own council that you can discuss on your own issues and then push it to this idea, I like it. He gave it a go ahead. So he called, and then we told him, hey, but no, we just need Babu Namwamba to be waziri. At least he's a youth, we can understand. And then by that time, Babu alikuwa ameapa bungeni mara kadhaa na jina Raila Odinga, so he was the catchy of the young people movement. So anytime you speak of something, you see, if you put on Babu Namwamba, so we made him become the waziri through that meeting. And Babu did not fail us. He pushed our agenda. Up to date, he still loves the National Youth Council because it's part and parcel of his product. So initially we came to visit Kibaki, Arambe. The National Youth Council was passed. That government was one of the best governments that this country has ever had. Raila believed in institution. Because I remember we tried to make a joke, mzae tunaendaje sasa mtaani. Tuambia wewe bana, nawapatia gari ya hapo ndo mtapata pesa yenu. Pesa inatoka exchequer, mnafanya kazi ya vijana na mnalipwa mshahara hapo. Nyinyi mtajua vile mnaishi. Lakini pesa ile niko nayo ni yangu na watoto wangu na bibi yangu. It did not raise us based on tokens. And that's what I'm saying, this country, if the current leadership are not very much wise to see where Raila was building this country or the future of this country to go. Because Raila always believed that this politics should not be politics of token. You cannot be a leader without getting into politics. You have to go to politics for you to be a leader. Now, if that is our constitution, then something is going to be wrong. Let us now create or nurture our young people based on political of ideology. This one will strengthen what we call institutions within the framework of the governance of this country. But now the current politicians or leaders, you may call them leaders, but me, I don't see leaders, I see politicians. Trust me, they believe ditching money to the young people, causing chaos, something that was totally different from what Raila believed in and what he personally nurtured us. So, to make a story short, now is gone. Okay? We have a very big gap. As I started saying, we have a very big gap. And this gap, if you see